Okay. All right. So I'm back. So I was in the middle of already in the middle of doing Aquarius when I realized that I should go live and surprise people with going live because I I know me, and if I don't go live when I'm doing this, I most likely will never get around, or I'll get around to doing it, and it'll be way after the date. And you, let's go ahead and go live tonight, right? Let's go ahead and do that. So, what I'm doing tonight is we're discussing, and for anyone who's already been watching, I'm sorry, we got to do just a quick recap, okay? So what I'm doing tonight is I'm going to be doing the quick readings for the 12 zodiac signs, and I pulled out an old deck. When I do the editing, you'll see that there was actual dust on this deck. The Work Through Light deck. That's the deck that I'm going to be doing all my confirmation readings with tonight. And basically, we're just going to be talking about each of the 12 zodiac signs and how each of the 12 zodiac signs could possibly be affected by what's going on right now with this full moon that's coming up on the 9th of August in Aquarius at 17 degrees. Exactly. 1700 or 1659, some say, but 17 degrees. So we've got this full moon in Aquarius. When I do the editing, you'll hear what I've said already. But basically, what I've said is this is the Mr. Spock moon. This is the Leonard Nimoy moon. This is I feel no empathy moon. This is I most likely am Elon Musk moon. This is that moon. Okay, and we've got 2 weeks of this. This is 2 weeks of maybe people. I don't know how this is going to manifest. I'm assuming, and I could be wrong here, but this may manifest in more protests, not just in America, but around the world, because this is a global thing. It's not just America. It's one of those situations where people may join together in a collective to do a certain thing, or to make a certain statement, or to stop a certain government, or to, make protests. It could be issues with re- revolutions. This would be the time when during the Aquarius full moon of it all. But I feel like whatever we're doing, the outer planets are in somewhat of an agreement with each other. So I don't feel like there's a lot of unease or dis-ease. And why? Why can't this piece of hair just join in with the rest of the hair? Why is this happening to me? Anyway, this is why I don't go live usually, because of stuff like that. Stupid things have nothing to do with anything. And I want to tell you guys tonight, before I even get started, because I had started on Aquarius and that I realized I wasn't live. And so we're going to go back and I'm going to start on Aquarius again. But before I get on to that, I want to let you guys know and warn you that I'm a little bit concerned tonight because I found out my daughter has some rare disease that only 5,000 or less than 5,000 people in America have some kind of pneumonia. And so I'm kind of dealing with that. And then I've got my own little thing. I don't know if you can see this. I've got some kind of weird thing going on in my own throat right here. Do you see that? It doesn't feel good either. It's some kind of swollen gland. So I've got that. But I've got this full moon is going to be happening in my first house. I've got Aquarius in the first house. So I know that that's how I'm going to be dealing with it. And so let's go ahead and start with the sign of Aquarius. I'll get right into it right now. Aquarius it's going to be affecting yourself. And just like I just pointed to this little area, my own neck, my own throat, uh, you may have something that you're dealing with that has to deal with your physical self. The first house is the physical self, the actual body. Now, Aquarius deals a lot with the legs in general. That's what Aquarius rules, basically, is the legs. So your shins, your calves on your legs, you might find that there's some issues with those. That might be the way it plays out. But I'm thinking it's going to be facial, something around most likely your face. And that's because it's the moon. It's in the first house for Aquarius or Aquarius rising. And it affects the face. It affects the way you present yourself to other people. So that's what people will be seeing and responding to over the next couple of weeks. You may be more emotional as an Aquarius, but for the most part, Aquariuses don't usually get very emotional. Even when the moon is full, it may come out in other ways. It might come out in like inventions, or you working more on your computer or some kind of technology, or I don't know. I always say that the full moon in Aquarius is a time of ghosts and aliens and, you know, other worldly things. Now, I saw that there could be the arrival of aliens over the next couple of weeks. Now, it just happened to coincide. I saw that somewhere on Facebook. And for some of you Aquariuses, you might have some type of, I don't want to say alien experience, but something to that effect where you might feel that you've been affected or changed or touched by aliens or the otherworldly, or something different, something unique, something out of the blue, something that's not normal, something that may have never happened or occurred before, like something that's a first time thing. And I think it's weird that we have like these planets in Aries right now, because Aries planets are always an indicator of a first time thing. I feel like we've got a lot of first that might be coming up, but I think this is especially going to be true for Aquarius. You are going to maybe feel like you're different, maybe, or that you've done something or that's original, that's different than other people. You might feel different than other people, that somehow you're apart from or different than others for some reason. So you can expect that too, okay, Aquarius. I've been pulling or trying to get cards, and I just got an extra one, but there's only 2 cards that came out. And the first card that I got is Soul Family. Soul Family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So that's really the message for Aquarius. Calling your tribe. You don't have to do it alone, Aquarius. And I love that you got this. First of all, Aquarius itself is known for brotherly love, other people, you know, othering groups, clubs, associations. So calling your tribe, call them in, your soul family. And then you got Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? And this might be a time of leadership for some Aquarius. I mean, the moon in the first house, it might make you more emotionally aware than at other times. I think also as a priestess, this does put you in this position of leadership. And so I hope that Aquariuses are able to step up to this position of leadership, this this call to lead in some way over the next few weeks. Maybe to come up with a solution, maybe to be a leader in your soul tribe. I think a lot of people need leaders right now, and some people are confused and lost and not really sure. There's a lot of uncertainty. And if you're, the priestess of your soul family and you're called to lead and step up, then do that. On the bottom of the deck, I see answer the call. Yeah, answer the call. This is it. What is your soul calling you to do? And I feel like this is what your soul is calling you to do, to find your soul tribe, to be the leader of your soul tribe, to share your message. That's what you're here to do over the next few weeks, Aquarius, okay? When you do that, it's going to work out in your favor. It's going to be beneficial to you. And I wish you the best, Aquarius. If you're an Aquarius, you have Aquarius rising, let me know in the comments that you're an Aquarius. I would love to know who is an Aquarius out there, how this might be affecting you. Where is 17 degrees falling in your horoscope chart? Like, what house does 17 degrees of Aquarius fall in your horoscope chart? Because wherever that is, that's the house that's really going to be affected by everything going on, okay? Much love to you, Aquarius. Much love to you. So let's go ahead and move on to the next sign. And the next sign we're going to do is the sign of Pisces. Now, Pisces, this is all happening in your 12th house. And what's amazing for Pisces is that the 12th house is naturally your house. You're the ruler, Pisces, of the 12th house. It's usually a very otherworldly house. It's a house that deals with sleeping, spirituality, things like hypnosis, just spirituality, but it's also being alone, dealing with the metaphysical, but also dealing with your own issues. Some issues we hide from. We hide ourselves. I always say the shadow work is all 12th house, 8th house or 12th house, right? But there's some things that we hide from as individuals because sometimes it's just too painful. And I feel like Pisces is a really gentle soul. Every Pisces I've ever met is just as sweet as can be. I don't think I've ever met a Pisces that isn't gentle somehow. And I feel like some Pisces do have a tendency to sweep things under the carpet, to like, I'll sleep on it. Well, I'll think about it tomorrow. Pisces, right? Let's sleep on it. I'll think about it tomorrow. It's too painful. I don't want to deal with it tonight. And I feel like a lot of Pisces go through that. And I feel like this moon in the 12th house is just like bubbling stuff in that house of the stuff that you've stuck away in the closet, in the basement, in the attic, wherever, and you're not dealing with it. I would say if you could deal with some of this stuff when the moon is in the 12th house, you might be able to heal some of the stuff when the moon is in the 12th house. The 12th house is also a house of healing. Hospitals, mental institutions, those are all ruled by the 12th house. Getting to the secret thing that is causing you, the subconscious thing that's causing you maybe to do the wrong thing again and again and again, you might be able to discover it and fix it when the moon is full in the 12th house. So that's how I would use this next couple of weeks if I was a Pisces. In fact, wait a minute, my progressed sun is in Pisces. I think this is what I'll do over the next 2 weeks is I'll go and dig in my dirt, right, and into the darkness and see what's there. And let me tell you something. This is not a bad time to do that with Pluto retrograde, Mercury retrograde. We got a couple of days here where we can dig in and find this dark, deep mess that, we've hidden away because it's been too painful and no one wants to deal with that kind of junk. It could be that you're dealing with issues that might have something to do with drugs or alcohol. Could have something to do with illness, but it's usually drugs or alcohol. It's how we screw ourselves over. We do certain things that we know we shouldn't do, and we know it's not necessarily good for us, but we do those things, and it can catch up with us. Sometimes when the moon is full in the 12th house, it illuminates those things that we've been hiding, those things that are painful, and those things that we've been doing that we know that are not that great for us. So some of those things might crop up for you right now in Pisces. That might be what shows up. Now, I've been shuffling this whole time almost, and Pisces, I can't believe it, but only one card came out. It's obviously the message, Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. So, first of all, I love that mystic and teacher came out, and priestess. I love this. I'm not really familiar with that. I don't read this deck enough. So I'm going to actually give you what it says so that I don't just make it up in my head. I want to give you the exact meaning of this because this is obviously a special message. It's the only card that came out. So it's Sisterhood of the Rose is a lineage of priestesses and mystics who devoted their lives to serving humanity and seeding light consciousness all over the earth. First of all, I just want to say I love that this was Pisces, okay, because this sounds like so Pisces. A cross-section of ancient lineages, it is a path of devotion and beauty. Walking this path means being devoted to seeing and creating beauty wherever you go. The rose symbolizes the heart and the sacred geometry of all life. You are being called to notice the beauty around you, particularly in nature, and hear the whispers of Mother Earth. You are being called to spend more time in nature, as all the ancient secrets live there. Wasn't I talking about secrets? Mother Earth is constantly whispering. Spend time admiring her creations, and you will be rewarded with insight and grace. You are being called to take a little more time to both notice the beauty that exists all around you and contribute to the beauty of the world in your own way too. This could be through your own creations or in the little things like how you dress to picking flowers for your home. Every time you devote your time to creating beauty, you harmonize the planet a little more, and the shift in vibration can be felt. So work your light action. There's a special action here. It says surround yourself with beauty and create beauty wherever you go. So that is the message on the bottom of the deck. You got to take a break. Maybe you need to take a break, Pisces, to do that. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Yeah. And think about beauty. Okay. I love that since I'm obsessed with beauty and I've got a progressed Pisces sun. So I feel like that message was for me too. Okay. So that's a special message. If you're a Pisces, let me know in the comments, and I'm just going to make a little note over here too. Much love from Capricorn Tigress of Astrology, a look inside. Also, if you come upon me and you notice I'm here doing readings, if you're want to get a personal reading from me and you want to do a super chat, do a super chat with me and I'll do a personal reading for you. I'll do a special message, okay? So I'm moving on to the next sign. And the next sign I'm doing is the sign of Aries. Aries. If you're an Aries, this is going to be affecting you in your 11th house. And the 11th house is the house of friends, It's a house of groups and clubs and organizations that you might belong to, like the collective. You might belong to some kind of Facebook group or something that you're going to be spending your time with over the next couple of weeks. And so, Aries, this is where the focus is going to be for you. The 11th house is also our hopes and dreams and our wishes. It's like, I want you to stop and think about it, since this is the full moon. And I want you to think about, what is it that you want? Like, what do you want to happen? What is your hope and wish and dream? What do you wish to happen? What are you hoping and wishing and dreaming for? Because the funny thing is, most people don't even know what it is they're hoping and wishing and dreaming for. So I want you to kind of tap into that so that you've got a better vibe of what it is you want. And that way you can focus on that, on what you want, not what you don't want, but what you want. And then you're more likely to get it. Okay, so, figure it out and then spend the next couple of weeks like really manifesting those things, whatever it is. Yeah, you're most likely to get. Now, you might make new friends too. I mean, it's the 11th house. You might join new organizations. You might join new clubs. You might, I don't know, get elected as an official in some kind of group or club, or become some kind of admin somewhere. It could be something like that. But I just think it's just you really getting in touch with what you want. So many of us don't even know what we hope for, what we wish for, what we want. We're caught up in doing what we're supposed to do. And I don't think Aquarius in general wants to do what it's supposed to do. It wants to do what it wants to do. So I want you to really tap into what it is you want to do, because that's where the answer is. That's where your solution is, Aries, okay? All right. Okay, so that was a lot of cards, and I am not doing that many, but I'm going to see if any other cards will come out that is not a stack like that. Because I've got 2 already, and I was just going to see if there was any more, but not like that many. And it doesn't, it was a couple of more that came out. So you do have a big message. The first card that you got is just yes. Just say yes. So whatever's going on, Aries, just say yes. I will say that for Aries, Aquarius is sextile Aries. So whatever is going on, it's most likely going to be pleasant for you. It's going to mesh. You know what I mean? It flows. It flows. And I feel like whatever is going on over the next few weeks, it should flow. So whatever this is, say yes. Say yes to it. Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? So sometimes we can get triggered by someone else or something else, but really the thing that's triggering us is that it's mirroring us, that it's a thing in ourselves that we ourselves are guilty of, or we ourselves do, and it triggers us when we see it. Here is Pleiades. It double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. So I do sense that there is some channeling and uplifting going here. You've got the leap as well. You go first. The universe will catch you. This is about having faith. That is a leap of faith if ever I saw one. And look at that full moon right behind her. Look at that. So I feel like, since we're dealing especially with the 11th house, right? Hopes, dreams, and wishes. This is about you taking a leap of faith toward your hope, dream, and wish. I mean, look at that full moon. Isn't that beautiful? And the initiation. Rite of passage, crossing the threshold, literally jumping. I just keep going back to that picture, jumping into the full moon, like just jumping into it, a leap of faith. You go first, the universe will catch you. I think that's what this is about. On the bottom of the deck, a warrior woman, Aries, there it is. Oh my gosh. Have you answered your deepest calling? Oh, this is all about your purpose and your calling, and you taking a leap of faith when it comes to your purpose and your calling. And maybe you're going to know what your purpose and your calling finally is, Aries, because it's in your house of hopes, dreams, and wishes, or your purpose and your calling is. I love it. If you're an Aries, let me know that you're an Aries in the comments. And also, let me know if you're a warrior woman or warrior man, and if you are in touch with your purpose and your calling, and what's, meant for you over the next few weeks, okay? All right. Much love to you. So let's move on to the next. And the next is the sign of Taurus. Taurus. Taurus, this is happening in your 10th house, your solar 10th house. The funny thing about the 10th house is that it is a house of ambition, and it is a house of leadership. It's the house that makes it hard for you to hide. Everyone talks about the first house. The first house is your appearance, and it is what people see because it's you. It represents your physical body. But the 10th house is what people actually see. It's your image, your public image, your reputation. It's the image in the minds of others when they think of you. It may not have anything to do with the real you, but it is the reputation. Another great word for the 10th house, reputation. It is the reputation that you've developed over time. And the 10th house is that house. This is especially true when it pertains to the career. It's the house of the career. It could be your boss. It could be that you're the boss, right? You're the boss. And you, being the boss, might have to make some emotional decisions as the boss, especially over the next couple of weeks. So you might be dealing with that, where you've got to make these decisions, and it's ugly. You don't want to make them because it's ugly decisions, and no one likes making those, right? So it might be that. It might just be that something happens in your career where maybe you have a new invention, a new technology. You might be working with AI. You might develop some new way of doing something that's technologically advanced. Whatever it is, Taurus, I feel like this is that time where your career is going to be, and your reputation, is going to be top of mind for the next couple of weeks. Either your mind or on the minds of others. Maybe you'll get a raise. Hopefully it's not going to be anything negative, because don't forget, Aquarius squares Taurus. So it might be something that you don't want. Like if it's something that happens in your career that you didn't want. I mean, it's a square. You got a bunch of cards that came out to you. So we're going to read through these, or just reading through these individual oracle cards. Okay, that's all we're doing tonight. You got answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? And it's weird because we're talking about the 10th house. So we're talking about career. And the question is, what is your career calling you to do right now, Taurus? What are you called to do in your career? You've got counsel of light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. See all those people? It seems as though all these people, this counsel of light, is helping you in the background without you even realizing it. Somewhere in the subtle realms, you've got this divine help coming in, maybe for your career. And then you've got break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So this could be breaking an ancestral curse when it comes to, say, your career. You've got play, though. You've got fun. Have fun. Celebrate. Don't be too serious. That's good advice, because the moon in the 10th house can get serious, especially when it's square your sun, because it's not necessarily positive. So play. Also, you got inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. And then the initiation, or rite of passage, crossing the threshold. I feel like it's giving me the vibe that this is something to do with your career, and that you might be able to get over the hump in your career. But you need to, bottom of the deck, get grounded. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. I feel like when you connect with nature, Taurus, it's going to help you a little bit. You need to ground yourself and have devotion. Remember to meditate and pray. But I do believe that you're divinely protected by this council of light, and you just need to answer the call, whatever it is. I feel like something good wants to come into you, maybe in your career, or there's some action going on there. And you just need to be ready to accept that call. Okay. If you're a Taurus, let me know in the comments. Let me know how this resonated with you if you're a Taurus, okay? Much love to you, Taurus. Many blessings. So let's move on to the next sign. And the next sign is the sign of Gemini. Gemini, this is happening in the 9th house. And Gemini, this is going to be affecting things like government, policing, legislation, ICE, politics, religion, did I say religion? Travel, foreign affairs, in-laws. But basically, it's about your belief system. I feel like your belief system might be tested. But I feel like it might solidify it. I mean, Gemini and Aquarius, they are trying each other. So you might feel like your belief system is solidified in some way with this moon being in your 9th house, putting a lot of emotion here in the 9th house. And so some Geminis might really feel that. There might be some issues with education, the law, legalities. Some Geminis might have some issues. Some of you guys might be, I don't know why I got the vibe of someone doing a speech in a college or a university, or some kind of talk that is maybe groundbreaking or life-changing, some technology-based conversation, discussion, discovery, talk, something like that. I think that might be affecting some Geminis. So I had 3 different cards come out for you, Gemini, that might tell a story. First is boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And I wonder, Gemini, if that is in the area of legal things and your belief systems, what you believe is right and wrong in your God principle. It's one thing to have a belief system. It's another thing to force it upon everybody else. So I hope that you build better boundaries. Also, inner temple devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart, Gemini. Use your heart a little. I think with the moon in Aquarius and you being a Gemini, it's a very thinking, time, but I don't see a lot of emotion there. Also, the age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes, whatever it is. You've been training for this for lifetimes, Gemini. On the bottom of the deck, transformation, transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, and there's deep healing going on. So transformation. Inner temple, boundaries. I just feel like there's changes. And change is such a great word for a Gemini. For Aquarius and for Gemini. Change is such a important word, right? Such a vital word. So I hope this resonated with you, Gemini. And if it did, let me know that you're a Gemini in the comments. Yeah, let me know if you're a Gemini rising, if you're a Gemini sun, and if that resonated with you. So let's move on with the next sign. And the next sign is the sign of Cancer. So Cancer, This is happening in your 8th house. The 8th house is the house of possessions, but it's really of shared resources. It's the resources that you share with another. Maybe you're in a marriage or a significant partnership, and you might have to deal with your significant other and the resources in the relationship with the significant other. That could be part of this. It could have something to do with sex or death or taxes. This is the sex, death, and tax house, but it might have something to do with something more psychological, because this is the psychological house. This might have something to do with therapy or psychiatrists or your secrets, or just finding someone that you can talk to, someone that you can understand or that understands you. And over the next 2 weeks, you might find that this is something that you really need. Cancer, Jupiter is in Cancer right now. And I mean, we're talking about a moon, a full moon. And I mean, some Cancers might find over the next 2 weeks that with this full moon in Aquarius in the 8th house, that you need to reach out to somebody for whatever reason. Maybe because it's something you just feel like you can't do on your own. There's a lot going on right now in the world. So I can see why some Cancers might feel like they need some additional help, whether it's spiritual help, whether it's psychological help. If you need to reach out to somebody, do that. If it's an astrologer, reach out to an astrologer. After all, Aquarius is astrology, and the 8th house is telling your secrets to someone, basically sharing those deep subjects with someone that you might not share with everybody, but maybe with a paid professional. Okay. So I've been shuffling these cards the whole time I've been talking to you, Cancer, and here's what cards came out. The first card you got was Pillar of Light. Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle. You are the Oracle, Cancer. I wonder if it is because you have Jupiter in Cancer right now. Of all the signs, the luck is with Cancer. All year. Okay, remember that. Of all the signs, the luck is with Cancer. Now, I will say that Jupiter in Cancer might make you a little emotional. So some Cancers might have been feeling a little bit more emotional than usual lately. But overall, this full moon in Aquarius, I don't think it's going to make you emotional. It's going to make you maybe want to discover things, because it's Aquarius and it's the 8th house. It's like a detective. The next card is Pleiades. Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. So you are the Oracle, you are Pillar of Light, your vibration is rising, and you are uplifting humanity. This is amazing so far. You've got a definite mission. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? You ever get that niggling feeling that it's something that you feel it, like you keep thinking, like, is this really happening? And you're not sure, you've not made a final decision on it. Trust that niggle, whatever that is, whatever it's trying to tell you. Birthing a new age. Birthing a new age. Bringing new creations. So you're birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. I just get the vibe like, Cancer, you're the Oracle, you're birthing these new worlds. I mean, you're bringing all these things in. You got to trust your niggle or your intuition. And then you got the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, Soul Tribe. So I do sense that for some Cancers, this is about maybe gathering together, because it's Aquarius, right? gathering together with your soul tribe, birthing these new creations. You already have this intuition about it, uplifting humanity because you're the oracle. And on the bottom of the deck, yes, just say yes, yes, you're the oracle. You've got this, Cancer. I don't know why these things are happening, but it's your Jupiter year. This is your lucky year. Find that thing that you want to bring in to uplift humanity and do that thing. You might be our only solution. You might be the last empathy that the world has. I mean, all these other planets are in air signs and fire signs. We need the empathy that this Jupiter and Cancer brings, okay? So bring that empathy, okay? If you're a Cancer, let me know in the comments that you're a Cancer. I would love to know. And how you plan to work your magic over the next year. So let's move on to the next sign. The next sign is the sign of Leo. If you're a Leo, this is a major 2 weeks for you, Leo. Wow. You got a major 2 weeks coming up. And this is because this full moon is happening opposed you. It's opposite you. It's full opposite you. And I don't think Leos like anything opposite them. They want all the attention on them. So it's not going to feel that great for you, Leo, because you're going to be like, why isn't all this attention on me? What exactly is going on here? What in the world? Let's fix it, right? So some Leos may be having this issue to deal with, that the attention is elsewhere, and usually on your partner. If you're in a relationship, it could be a relationship you're in. If it's a marriage, it could be a marriage. If you've got enemies, it could be your enemy. Your enemies are showing up. Leo, I mean, this is one of those times of the year where you might go all year long and not have any enemies. And all of a sudden, during this full moon in Aquarius, they pop up and they show up. And so you might have to deal with that. But usually it's partnerships. You might have more opportunities for collaborations and partnerships over the next 2 weeks than you've had all year. And so be open to that. See what opportunities are there. Now, conversely, because it's Aquarius, it might be kind of cold in the area of partnerships, or they might be weird or strange, or your enemies might crop up and it might be somebody weird or unique or strange that you didn't expect. I mean, the weird thing about the 7th house is that if you do have enemies, it's almost like they can't resist it. When they crop up, it's almost like they can't resist. So you can feel them or see them during this time more than normal. So keep your eye open, because you might discover who your enemies are if you don't know. Now, several cards came out for you, and we'll go ahead and read it. You're another one. You got Pillar of Light, Leo. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle. So you're also the Oracle. You and Cancer. Some Leos might have a lot of Cancer, or some Cancers might have a lot of Leo. Also, you got Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. So it is about creating heaven on earth. And I feel like when you're dealing with the moon full in the 7th house, you have the potential of creating a heaven on earth, say with a partner during this time. If you're in a relationship with a partner, you might feel that you've got this potential to create this magical heaven-like relationship with someone. You also got don't dim to fit in, though. So how are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Oh my gosh, if this is about a partnership, do not dim your light for your partner. Don't pretend. Because especially if this is someone you want to spend time with, they've got to deal with the real you. If it's something that frustrates you and you're pretending it doesn't, that's going to crop up later. So don't dim your light, especially as a Leo. I can't believe Leo got that card. Don't dim your light. Leo, never dim your light to fit in, okay? Never. And also with Aquarius in the 7th house, how weird that you got that. Don't dim your light to fit in. You don't have to fit in. It's about you being yourself. You're an original anyway, Leo. Yeah, no. It got no next. No. It says wait, postpone, pause, say no. If you got to dim your light to fit in, definitely say no. You don't want to do anything that you force to dim your light. And then it's here, it's got break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Yeah, say no. I mean, if you've got to do something that you find abhorrent, you've got to hide yourself or your light or your talent or what your beauty or whatever it is, forget that. Also, on the bottom of the deck, you got awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. So yeah, break this chain, integrate your real self in with everything that you're doing. Don't dim your light to fit in. Don't dim your light to be in a relationship. Say no if it's horrible. I mean, if you can't be yourself with someone, who wants that kind of relationship anyway? Like, I don't want to be in any kind of relationship where I can't be myself. Who wants that? It's horrifying. And a Leo having to live that way, I can't even imagine. That's one sad Leo who has to dim their light. So not good for Leo. So if you're a Leo, let me know if this resonates with you. Let me know that you're Leo or you have Leo rising, and if you know how you plan to deal with the next couple of weeks with this full moon in Aquarius in your 7th house opposing you like that. That's the opposition, right? So let's move on to the next sign. And the next sign, and I already got a card that popped up for the next sign. The next sign is the sign, and excuse me, you guys, I just feel like I need more lip gloss, but the next sign is the sign of Virgo. Okay, Virgo, and I'm not taking all those cards. A bunch of cards just tried to come out for Virgo, and I royally just said no. Like, no way, I'm not taking all those cards. So Virgo, this is all happening in your 6th house. That's a house of health or work. My daughter has is a Virgo and has a lot of 6th house planets. And I've been counseling her whole life that for her, it's health or work. And for all Virgo over the next 2 weeks, it's health or work. That's where this naturally is going to affect most Virgos. Now, your own individual horoscope chart might have Aquarius in another house, depending on how your horoscope chart is set up. But overall, the solar 6th house is what's affected. So this could be your routines that you do. It could be your health. Some Virgos might be dealing with health issues. You might be dealing with work issues, either a lot of work or extra work or reshuffling of work, or dealing with employees that you have to work with, or projects that are due, or you know, different people that you have to work with in your work. It could be different things or changes that you have to make in your routine, your daily routine, because of your health. And so you might have to change how you do things, how you eat, how you sleep, what medications you take, you know, all different types of things because of your health or your work. Let's say you got a job, you've got to move out of town, you've got to, you know, move to the other side of the city, whatever it might be. This is all being affected because of your health and your work, your responsibilities to your health and your responsibilities to your work, okay? And it could be people you're dealing with at your work, or that you have a lot of doctor appointments, or you're working out more, or anything like that. The first card you got was boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Another person got this as their first card. And I feel like when that happens, it just means that you just need to have better boundaries, have, organize certain things. And the sixth house is about organization. So you might have to establish or better boundaries or better organization of your life, compartmentalizing different things, cordoning off different things, creating files, those types of things. Next is the Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. Your guidance is divinely guided. Whatever is going on, your guidance is divinely guided. It's something in the Akashic records that's meant to happen. Something like that. Star seed, what lights you up? So also it's about you finding, Virgo, what lights you up. What lights you up? Your soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. You're another one that's being asked to call in your soul tribe. I feel like when I'm dealing with the sixth house too, this can also be workers. These can be people that work for you. So it could be the people that are your tribe that work for you. That is also something, because you don't have to do it alone. Especially if there's a lot of different tasks that have to be done. You don't have to do all that yourself. Oh no. Share your voice. Come out of the cave, persecution and expression. If you've been hiding in a cave because you've been fearing being persecuted, or you've been fearing about expressing your actual voice because of what it might mean if you speak out and speak the truth, they're saying this is a time to come out of that. Yeah, awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being and integration. I feel like it's time to let go of that. It's time to break free of that. Create those new boundaries that maybe give you more space. You've got, get that soul family, that soul tribe called in, more space here. Pillar of light on the bottom of the deck. Your vibration is rising. Look at that. You are the oracle. You're another one, the oracle. I feel like you've got this awakening coming, Virgo, especially I think when it comes to your health. And just about you expressing yourself and coming out of the darkness, of whatever it is, and finding what lights you up instead. Sometimes we concentrate on the things that are negative or the things that are dark, and instead we need to concentrate on the things that light us up. And when we do that, we sometimes find the solutions that we need there. I feel like some Virgos are going to find unique, creative, out of the way, sudden inventions, diseases that are cured suddenly out of the blue, anything like that with your health and your work. It might be that you are diagnosed with a strange, weird disease, but it may be that the cure is suddenly found, and it's suddenly reversed or something like that. Expect anything unique or otherworldly, or dare I say miracle. Good luck to you, Virgo. Good luck to you. If you're a Virgo, let me know in the comments that you're a Virgo and if this resonates with you. So we're moving on to the next sign, and the next sign is the sign of Libra. And Libra, this is happening in your fifth house, and I love the fifth house. It's my favorite house. Why? Because it's the house of fun. The fifth house is a house, Libra, that I think is going to make you so happy, because Libras love love. Libras are the most romantic sign of the zodiac. They are. They love love. Other than Leo, Libra is definitely, romantic and a lover. And the fifth house is the house of Leo, and it is the house of love and romance. And I feel like any Libra that gets an opportunity to experience love and romance is a happy Libra. So I think over the next couple of weeks, you might, if you're not currently in a relationship or with someone or happy in your relationship, you might find that you're suddenly happy in your relationship, or that you might find a new romance, or romance might perk up again in your old romance. Also, it might be more conversations or time spent with children. The fifth house is also children. So you might see things like that. There could just be more activities like dating and going out and doing things together with your partner, stuff like that. You know, going to the casino, I could see something like that. Gambling in general is big when the moon is in the 5th house. So some Libras might be gambling. Either way, I would play the lottery. Also, if you do not want children, be sure to make you take all precautions when the moon is full in the 5th house, because this could be a time that could bring in children. So if you don't want children, make sure that you're taking precautions to avoid that occurring, because that could happen. So the first card you got is Mirror. Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Are you being triggered, Libra? If so, who or what is triggering you and why? It tells a lot about you if you understand why you're being triggered and what is triggering you. Also, transformation. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. This is deep healing. So it could be deep healing in a love relationship or in a relationship with your children. That too. Play. I love that you got this. This is a 5th house card if ever I saw one. Play. Have fun. Celebrate. Don't be so serious. 5th house. How beautiful that you got that card. This is a time of play. Whenever the moon is full in a 5th house, there's no better time to play than now. Maybe you're going to be going to, like, I don't know, cookouts and barbecues and stuff like that. It's a time of play. You also got Keepers of the Earth. Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone, Libra. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. You're definitely not alone. And then you got Pleiades. Double mission. Channeling and uplifting humanity. Also, the last card here, align your life. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? What needs to change in your life? I mean, this is a great time to take a gamble on your life and win. So do that, okay, Libra? On the bottom of the deck, it says take a break. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. This is time for fun. You should be playing and having fun. That's what you're supposed to do when the moon is full in the 5th house. So make sure you do take time to play, have fun, get off the treadmill, you know, transform yourself, heal yourself. And when you do that, you'll thank yourself later, because it'll help get you through the rest of the year, that fun time, that good time. Especially if you play the lottery and you win, you'll thank me later. So if you're a Libra, let me know in the comments if you're a Libra. And, you know, if this resonated with you, let me know, okay? So let's move on to the next sign. The next sign is the sign of Scorpio. Scorpios. Hello, Scorpio. So if you're a Scorpio, a couple of things. One, this is happening in your 4th house. That's the lowest house in the chart. So some Scorpios might feel a little low, just a little bit. And one of the reasons is that Aquarius is square Scorpio. So it's not an easy transit, if you will. It might feel a little harsh. It might feel hard. I mean, it's down in the 4th house. You might feel all alone, all by yourself. And, you know, maybe at home in the dark, watching Netflix, maybe just sleeping. But you might not feel like your career is doing its best, or that you're getting as many people to support you as normal, you know. It's one of those type of times where you just don't feel like you've got all of the support and stuff behind you. And I always say this is a good time to just be with your family. It's a good time to be at home, rest, sleep, be with your family, cook and eat and enjoy yourself. Netflix, put your feet up, get lots of sleep, and love your family up. That's what you do when the moon is full in the 4th house, okay? That's the best thing to do. So your first card was the Great Gathering, okay? The Great Gathering, Scorpio. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. Soul tribe, maybe you're just your family. It could just be an actual soul tribe, but it could be your family in general, but the people you consider your family, right? Sometimes our family is not our physical family, but it's the people we call our family. It's our soul tribe. You got Pleiades, double mission. This is channeling and uplifting humanity. And you're another one, God. Don't dim your light to fit in. And I talked to Leo about this. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? And Leo is another sign that is square. This, or opposed, in this case, opposed. So you got the square, they got the opposition. And I feel like some of you, Leos and Scorpios, really have to pay attention to not dimming yourself, because the square can be painful. It might be a little oppressive, and you might feel like you just want to just hide, you know. I feel like wherever this Aquarius is, it's going to make you feel like you're different or that you're not fitting in anyway. And so it's the urge to fit in and to dim yourself to fit in is going to be there, especially if it's a painful transit, like 2 weeks of it, right? And you might just feel like people are making fun of you, they don't see your value, whatever it is, especially you, Scorpio, since it's the fourth house. And if you're experiencing anything at work, it might be because people literally can't see you right now. And or if they do, they might see you as eccentric or just don't see your value. And so I want you to not dim yourself to fit in. Like, don't hide. Okay? You might have an urge to hide because the moon's in the fourth house. Don't hide. It's not the time to do that. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Because in 2 weeks from now, it's, you know, in 3 weeks, we're going to be in Virgo season, and that's going to be flowing with Scorpio. So if you knew that you would be supported, what would you do? Think that you would be supported. Think like that. Okay? Don't dim yourself. Just go out there like they're going to support me anyway. And even if you fall flat on your face, it doesn't matter. At least you tried. Yeah, bottom of the deck, yes. Just say yes. Okay? Just say yes. So I hope that resonated with you, Scorpio. I hope that made sense to you, Scorpio. Don't dim yourself, Scorpio. All right? Okay. So let's move on to the next sign. And the next sign is the sign of Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius. So this is all happening in your third house, Sagittarius. The third house is the house of communication. So I have a feeling this is going to be about something Sagittarius is saying, and I'm smiling to myself because first of all, I'm a double Sagittarius in Eastern astrology, and I have Sagittarius rising in Seattle. And I'm laughing because Sagittarius, of all the signs, is most likely to communicate what they're thinking and tell you, you know, about yourself if necessary. They will tell you off. Sagittarius will tell the truth and shame the devil, okay? And I'm thinking with the full moon in the third house in Aquarius, some Sagittariuses might be telling the truth and shaming the devil over the next couple of weeks. I mean, I don't know what you're going to say, but I can see that some Saggies have something they want to say. So a bunch of cards just came out. I let them stay on the deck. If a bunch more come out, I'm going to start over, I swear, because I'm not doing a whole bunch. But it looked like you got about 4 or 5 cards that just came right out, Sagittarius. But I think this is because it's about you communicating. Now, that is so many cards, but I'm taking them. Some of you Sagittariuses, I think, might be doing communication in your local neighborhood, your community, your brothers. You know, some of you might be seeing like your brothers and sisters and cousins and uncles and aunts and nieces and nephews and stuff like that over the summer. Some of you guys might be doing family reunions and stuff like that. So, you know, stuff like that's going on. The first card you got was Keepers of the Earth. You're not alone, Sagittarius. See, I say brothers and sisters and cousins and nieces and nephews and uncles and aunts. You're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. There it is, your ancestors. I love it. The ancient ones and the current ones are standing beside you. This is that time of the year, Saggy. And then you got Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? Now that's a different one. Are some of you Sagittarius is being called to journey? Now I want to say this. Third house is local travel. Okay, ninth house is long distance travel. Third house is local travel. And the thing is, whenever I see the third house, I always think about automobiles, cars. I want you to make sure that you check your car, the oil, brakes, lights, all of that over the next couple of weeks, or if before even, if you can. Because if something could happen in the third house, it would, because it's a full moon and it's Aquarius. So it's weird, out of the blue, sudden striking lightning. That could happen, right? I want you to prepare for that, to be ready for that, to not be surprised. So if your car suddenly breaks down, it doesn't have enough oil, it runs out of gas, there's an accident on the freeway, I want you to be ready. I want you to be ready, okay? All right. Trust the niggle. Next card. Yeah, trust your intuition. Trust the niggle. What is that niggling feeling trying to tell you? That's what I'm talking about. When you got a vibe like, oh man, I knew I should have stopped there and got more oil. Or I knew I should have got gas there. Or I knew I should have checked the brake pads, or, whatever. Inner temple, devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. Inner temple. This feels like it's all about you getting in touch with this inner voice, inner guide, this inner channel. Then you got Mintaken, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. And like I said, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, I could see that. The great gathering, there it is again, family. I'm telling you, it's all coming together. Intuitive hit, soul tribe. It's almost like, I feel like some Saggies are going to be at a family reunion, maybe. And then you got the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So I feel like I just got the vibe, the whole reading, that some Saggies are going to be around family. On the bottom of the deck, take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So you're another sign. I'm sensing it's time to take a break, take a rest, go on that family reunion. If that is actually something that's happening, then this is that time to do it. There is this longing for home, and maybe that sister or brother, aunt or uncle or cousin. And if you've got that's real. I mean, take it, listen to that. Take advantage of that niggling and that message that's coming to you to be with your family, and go be with your family. Okay? Find your soul tribe, whoever that is. So we did Saggy, and I just realized, wow, this time went fast. We are now on the last sign of the Zodiac that I'm doing tonight. And that is my own Zodiac sign, Capricorn. Capricorn. If you are a Capricorn, this message is for you. So Capricorn, this Aquarius full moon at 17 degrees is going to be happening in your second house of money. And it's not just money in per se. It's what you do with the money. It's what you what you bring to the table also. A lot of people don't talk about it, but the second house is our gifts, what we offer. The eighth house is usually what other people are offering, other people's money, what they have. But the second house is what we have, is what we are offering, what we are bringing, what our value is. What is our value? What do we bring? What is our what is our primary gift that we offer to the world, to ourselves, to other people? A lot of times, when we have money, if we're lucky enough to have it, a lot of times people will spend their money foolishly, not very wisely. I want to caution Capricorn to not spend your money foolishly, since the moon is going to be full in Aquarius, and I could see crazy, out of the blue, erratic, sudden, lightning striking situations occurring when it comes to money. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, I'm talking about you spending money and, buying things when you don't have them, but what if it's money coming into you? I remember once I had saw, this is going back a few years, and there was a girl I knew, and one day she was normal, and the next, within a few days, she was a millionaire. She had like a $1.8 million month. Who the heck has a $1.8 million month? Somebody with Aquarius going through the second house. A full moon in Aquarius, especially if it makes good connections. If you've got good connections and this moon is full in your second house, you might have your $1.8 million month. I don't know. They always say that success and money and wealth can happen in the blink of an eye. And it can, when you've got something like Aquarius full moon in the second house. So what are you doing, Capricorn, that could really jumpstart, electrify this Aquarius second house in your life? Because that's where the potential for wealth exists for you. Now, you've got a whole bunch of cards, and I'm going to tell you what they say, and let's see if this resonates with you. But the first card is so Capricorn. It's get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. Capricorn, connect with nature. Ground yourself. If you can go out somewhere grassy, take your shoes off, put your feet in the dirt, on the earth, get grounded. Another way I have found to get grounded is to go and run my hands underwater. I like hot water. I like really hot water, like it wakes me up. Some people like cold water. So do which works for you, but just take your hands and run them under the water until you can't do it anymore. Like if it's cold, then it's cold. If it's hot, then it's hot. And it will wake you right up. But get grounded. Okay. Next card, Capricorn. And I just love, by the way, that get grounded was your first one, because all Capricorn should be grounded of the earth. Next is mirror. What is triggering you? Who is triggering you? Is there someone or something that triggers you? I can tell you I'm triggered by Trump. And I think it's because I'm a Capricorn and I would love to have power. And I think if I had it, I would wield it differently. And so it frustrates me sometimes because that's a Gemini. I don't feel like they take the seriousness of their decisions as serious as a Capricorn might. Some of those decisions, I'm like, oh my God, it's horrendous. But I'm a Capricorn. And so I see life in a much more serious way, I think, than maybe a Gemini might. Also, we've got the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? Whew, this is a hard one. Because Capricorns, we like to hold on to things for 250 years. We don't let things go. We don't let our slights go. We don't let bad feelings go. We don't let old enemies go. We don't even let our loved ones go. We cling. Capricorns are clingers. We will cling to the old bad news. We will cling to our children. We'll cling to our loved ones. So what are you clinging to? What is crumbling that you're clinging to? And I don't want to get too serious, but like with my daughter being ill, I cling to my daughter. And she is my rock. Do you see that rock? And how it's crumbling? And that is so painful as a mother, because I only have one child. And so you might have something like this happening, where you see that your rock, your foundation maybe, is crumbling. And you're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to find or rebuild your foundation and make it stronger, fortify it. Okay? Next is the age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Whatever this is, you've been training for this. Anna, grandmother of Jesus. I didn't even know about Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. But Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. I talked about building that new foundation, didn't I? Because the old one is crumbling. This is saying you're laying down the new foundations, okay? And starseed, what lights you up? What lights you up? What kind of new foundation are you going to build that's going to light you up? And pillar of light. It's all about this light. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle, Capricorn. I'm going to tell you the same thing I told another sign, like in just a few weeks out, after we're out of Leo season, we're going into Virgo season, and Virgo season is trine Capricorn. So we're going to be moving out of this period of time, and we're going to be going into a Virgo season, which is actually very good for Capricorn. So things are going to change. And on the bottom of the deck, and isn't that funny, because Virgo is, I think, the 5th house, right, for Capricorn. Have fun, or Taurus, I think it is, or we're Virgo's 5th house. Have play. So 5th house. Play. Have fun. Celebrate. And don't be too serious. Don't be too serious. Okay. Play and celebrate. Celebrate as you build your new foundation. As you build your new, rock to stand on. Celebrate. Play. Make it fun. Okay? Doesn't have to be so serious, because Capricorns, y'all know we can get too serious. We are the too serious sign of the Zodiac. Okay? And it may be heavy, but it may not be as heavy as we Capricorns make it, because man, we are heavies. So I want you to play. I want you to build your new foundation. I want you to get grounded, put your feet in the earth, go out, smell the flowers, go swimming, go hiking, do whatever it is. Enjoy the rest of the summer. Capricorns, this could be a very beautiful time coming up over the next 2 to 3, 4 weeks. So take advantage of it, make the most of it, okay? Much love to you, Capricorns. Much love. And by the way, if you're a Capricorn, let me know in the comments that you are a Capricorn. Let me know if this resonates with you, and if you're going to be building your new foundations, okay? And much love to everybody and anyone who has been with me during this live that I've done tonight. And I will make sure I edit this so that it'll be easy for you to find your reading for your sun sign when it's on replay, okay? Much love to everyone. Many blessings. I'm going to put on some music, and we're just going to dance ourselves right on out of here, okay? That's what I'm going to do, okay? Much love to everybody. Bye. I'll just use my cellulite wand and just clear away whatever negativity is out there. It's all cleared away. Yes. Blessings.